Have you ever witnessed a martial arts black belt or master that was a smoker or an avid drinker, alcoholic beverages, that is, and they got drunk every weekend, high, and questioned their validity as it relates to being an expert or a master? Have you ever witnessed that? Well, you witnessed someone who's compromised the very principles of being a martial artist in the first place. Martial arts practitioners, generally speaking, should not ever be out of shape. As a matter of fact, we collectively should always strive to maintain our health. How can you be a good example if you're not doing what you preach? And even there are some that only show or tell their students so much because they've compromised the principles of being a martial artist. You don't browbeat them with health and wellness because you're not doing it yourself. So that's never really on your agenda or your conversation that you have with your students. And I say to my students all of the time on a regular basis, I said, no one teaches you like teacher does. No one teaches you like me. No one would teach like me. And very rarely would you find an instructor that teaches like I do, brother teacher. So how do I teach? I don't support students that smoke. That's a rule. I don't support students that like to get high. That's not me. I don't support anyone that drinks alcoholic beverages and like to take the edge off or what have you after they're off of work and so forth. I'm not beating up on anyone. Let me let you know that now. I'm not. I know sometimes, oftentimes, people are a product of their past before they even join up with a martial arts class or school. And I'm kind of tired of pacifying situations. Now, mind you, I'm not going to have thousands and thousands of students in a large cathedral or gymnasium, auditorium, because of these views. But the views that I'm telling you are martial arts values. So I'm going to go back again to what I just said a moment ago. If you're going to teach a student martial arts, health and wellness, then you ought to be doing it yourself. Martial arts instructors should never be out of shape. Martial arts masters, grandmasters, and black belts, senior ranking students, should never be out of shape. Now, notwithstanding having physical maladies or some pre-existing conditions that stop you from being able to do certain things, that's understood. I'm talking about people who don't have those issues. If you can get up every morning, go about your daily business relatively easy, without complications, you need to be in shape. If you have some medical issues, you need to work around those medical issues to maintain as best a condition as you possibly can in your own physiology. Are you getting me now? So, I have arthritis, and I still train. I've been told by my doctor years ago. Note that I said years ago at VA. I'm a veteran. That I need to have a hip replacement, and then they told me I need to have two hip replacements. One hip was worse than the other. I have a cane, and I move around relatively well with the cane, but I have osteoarthritis, and I still train. I'm the grandmaster of my system. I am still relatively in good shape. So, as I'm sitting here speaking to you now, and my students can attest to this, I can do upwards of 70, 80 push ups right now as I'm speaking at almost 62 years old from an upper body standpoint. And I still get comments about how fast I am, and I know that I'm very, very fast, faster than the average bear, if you will. And that's because mindset. So why do I see martial arts masters will tell you I'm out of shape, and I have to step back and look at them. You're out of shape. What does that mean? How in the world do you gain 50, 60, 70 pounds and you are a master? What are you a master of? What kind of image are you portraying? What kind of example are you making? Now, don't forget what I said earlier. There are people who have pre-existing health conditions and so forth. That's taken into consideration. That's understood. But for someone who was once in shape or relatively good shape as a human being, you are progressing in the martial arts. You're not supposed to get worse. You're supposed to get stronger, better, and wiser. So, when I speak to you, my audience, I'm speaking to me as well, because by virtue of what I'm saying to you, I must make sure that I maintain what I'm saying to you myself within my own ability and my own strength. So I'm not going to tell you something or to do something that I'm not doing. It's that simple. So, are you out of shape? Have you given up? Have you stopped teaching? Excuse me. Is the fact that you have spent so many years in what you do cause you to be lazy and complacent, that you don't want to do it anymore, or you feel like you don't have to do it anymore? Shame on you. Shame on you. Now, there's no excuse. A lot of us, we have amassed all of these awards, trophies, certifications, and so forth. We put on the wall, or we pack away in the garage or the basement, and we think we've done all we should do, and we want to go on our past successes. It don't work like that. It's not where you come from necessarily in this particular instance. It's how far you're going and where you are right now. So where are you right now, martial arts master and grandmaster? Are you still training? If you're not training, shame on you. It makes everything that you've done in the past null and void. Your past successes are good, but they're your past successes. You follow? You're supposed to do this to the day you die. If you are a real martial arts master, to the day you die. This is not a hobby. If it is a hobby, then I understand why you have all the weight on you. I understand why you're out of shape. I understand why you don't remember your techniques and that you don't practice and you don't teach, because it was never in you in the first place. Hello. This is a real awakening. I'm sorry. It might not be what you wanted to hear. You might not like what I've said, but it doesn't mean that what I've said is not correct. That's it. And that's all. Train. That's all I can say. Brother teacher out.